Just when I thought this couldn't get any weirder. This is Agent 12 placing a slip request for Earth 1156 Omega Mark.
What is the purpose of this visit?
To investigate an illegal dealer in flagged and foreign artifacts. Synchronizing now. Let's do this.
Whoops, a slip error occurred.
This is the Bizon, a weapon that tried to redefine the compact subgun. Built from AK DNA, fed by ambition. On paper, it was perfect. In practice, it taught us how innovation can overextend itself. Oh, I'm gonna hurl. Whoa! Ah! Where are we? This is not where we were supposed to be. Malcolm? Malcolm, if you can hear me, trace my beacon. I appear to have lost my primary weapon as well. Agent log. I'm in some sort of redundant atmosphere. Okay. Appears we're now in a mall. This doesn't make any sense. Copy of a loose description of corporate America in the 90s. Is that an amphibious car? I need a closer look. Twin nylon propellers. Tiny. It's pretty accurate, but I think these tail fins are too tall. Just when I thought this couldn't get any weirder. Looks like a World War II Zeppelin and a modern blimp had a baby. There's something off about it. Is that a Bizon? I used to run these in Modern Warfare 2. Stable, decent rate of fire, and 64 rounds. I love how they look, too. It's got that AK familiarity with a little bit of weird. Huh. This isn't even a real Bizon, it's a AKV. It's a clone. There's a pattern here. An amphibious car, a blimp, and now these helical-magged Bizon clones. Innovations that promised big change but never took off.
Agent 12?
Malcolm,
please
can you hear me?
Respond.
Malcolm.
Yes. I have regained functionality, at least partially.
You kind of sound different. Whatever. How did we get here? Where are we? How do we get out of here?
It appears to be an fallen construct between dimensions. I have re-established a connection with Birch, but we are flagged from entering due to the unusual nature of our location. This could take a while.
What about our testing range?
Recalculating. 8 seconds.
Do it. I'm authorizing an unsanctioned acquisition. This may be the only evidence we have. Shooting impressions. The compactness of the Bizon is very interesting. Rather than going for just a short overall length, the rifle is extremely compact in height, even with this tall optic, making it very concealable in a P90 kind of way. The weight distribution is very noticeable, sitting more forward on the gun, as is gripping the gun by the mag, which feels like you're holding a bag rest under the gun at all times. The mass of the mags themselves is substantial when fully loaded, and I don't believe they were ever intended to be carried in multiples on a chest rig, but that's exactly what I did. At 50 rounds each, and some freedom of movement of the rounds within the mag, there's a lot of mass shifting as you run around. That mass does help, however, with recoil, as it's very smooth and flat for a direct blowback gun. Having 50 rounds in such a compact form is pretty impressive, and maybe all you need for Russian police work. The alternative would be a drum, which are extremely fickle themselves, and though the Bizon takes longer to load than a stick mag, it has a ratcheting mechanism that helps significantly compared to a drum mag. Now, because of this ratcheting mechanism, there is no spring relief when you insert the mag against a closed bolt, so you have to either Iraqi load it, or leave the top round loose at the top of the mag, which could fall out. AKs already feel like you're driving a manual transmission compared to something like an AR-15, and the Bizon feels like now you need a double clutch as well. From a fighting perspective, I can see some issues compared to a traditional stick mag, but I like it. It adds another layer of challenge, and it feels great when you get it right. Given their mechanical complexity and historic reputation, it's not surprising that I had issues with 2 of the 4 mags. One mag the follower disappeared into and would come out occasionally, and the second one stopped ratcheting unless I put pressure on the spring the entire time. So the question is, do you need to reload in a hurry, or can 60% more ammo per mag get you through a scenario?
Please enjoy the messages from these valuable partners. Those caught not enjoying will be subject to reintegration. Dress for success when facing the horrors of the omniplane with Shaw Concepts. Enjoy innovation, quality service, and integrity, and look good doing it with their tactical textiles, plate carriers, belts, pouches, and more. Their kit will give you the boost you need to conquer any challenge. Shaw Concepts. Conquer all. They say violence is never the answer, but what Mama don't know won't hurt her. Birch believes silence is the answer, which is why we trust front of rifle systems. Enhance your shooting experience with cutting-edge suppressors and barrels, and use code BIRCH to save 5% on your order. Hush, little baby, don't you cry, cause Mama got a lightweight Pluto 22. It may be small and light, but it can still handle zoomy boys like 5.7 by 28. 4 systems, when you need results, not attention. Global Ordnance is our munitions partner, providing ammo for our endeavors across every platform, across every encounter. Global Ordnance, ammo in every caliber, in every dimension. And X-Tar USA, makers of fun, lightweight, reliable, and affordable polymers. Available in 9mm, 45 ACP, and 10mm auto. And don't forget to pick up some Glock 17 mags for an incredible price. You'll adore your X-Tar polymers, we guarantee it. Those not enjoying their X-Star polymers will be subject to reintegration. Thank you for your time, and may this help you better serve the greater omniplane.
The PP-19 Bison was developed in the early to mid-1990s by Izhmash, now part of Kalashnikov concern, to fulfill a Russian Ministry of Internal Affairs requirement for a compact, high-capacity weapon for police and counter-terror units. The design work, 1993 to 1995, was led by Viktor Kalashnikov, son of Mikhail Kalashnikov, designer of the AK-47, alongside Alexei Dragunov, the son of Yevgeny Dragunov, designer of the SVD. The finished weapon entered production and limited service in the mid-1990s.
Let's begin the biology report. As we already established, this is not a genuine Bizon, but a recreation, albeit with several modernized alterations. The bones consist of a Palmetto State Armory AKV, a direct blowback, pistol caliber AK pattern rifle, chambered in 9x19 Parabellum, as opposed to the original's 9x18 Makarov. The handguard is made by Midwest Industries. This seems to be the main facilitator of mounting the helical magazines, adding a space between the guard and the handguard retainer for the front of the mag to seat into, once the standard magwell is removed for the rear to lock into. There are modern updates such as a nitrided finish, sling QD holes, and plenty of M-lock spots for items like this SMS, HFXC, laser, IR laser, and white light combo. At the front of the rifle is a front of rifle systems jester. I see they properly used a jam nut to avoid any concentricity issues, so the builder wasn't completely aloof. Underneath is the helical magazine produced by Stuffin' Things. Great name, very creative. I'm familiar with these guys because they produce all sorts of cursed artifacts, and I want all of them. But because of its shorter receiver length and the longer 9mm Parabellum cartridge compared to the 9x18 Makarov, the AKV iteration only accommodates 50 rounds rather than 64. I have to say though, I'm not sure those extra 14 rounds are worth it with how heavy these things already are. Up top is a Dynamic Optronic Technologies EHS-1 holographic sight. I love the squared off design, and on top of this build it almost looks like a submarine. The controls, build quality, and the reticle are all appealing and well executed. The triggers by ALG, lightweight, crisp, they're about as good as it gets for an AK trigger. Markings inside the receiver indicate the builder tried to modify a rifle caliber FRT, but it looks like they ran into an issue with compatibility when it came to the non-rotating bolt face of the 9mm AKV. The grip has a lovely shape and texture. It's made by Driven Arms Co., their Shadow AK crossover grip. And last out back, an Alpha Series stock by Midwest Industries. These are highly adjustable, solid, and pretty cool looking. So what happened to the Bizon? We don't see many original productions or modern factory attempts at building new ones.
The Bison's Achilles heel was the very thing that made it special. The helical magazine. In practice, the magazines were mechanically complex, relatively delicate, and fiddly to load and maintain. That complexity translated into reliability problems and logistical headaches, feeding issues, sensitivity to damage and dirt, and slower reloading compared with conventional box magazines. For these reasons, the Bison never became a broadly preferred standard, and subsequent Russian units largely moved toward variants such as the Vityaz, which simplified feed systems and used more conventional magazines, effectively replacing the Bison in many roles.
I can definitely attest that I had some issues with the mags, but honestly, we didn't capture this thing because it's the most functional rifle out there, but because it's evidence of people willing to try new things, or in this case, pay tribute to those who have. Innovation's not about getting it right the first time. It's about trying something new when the world says, why bother? Thank you all for watching. You could have clicked on anything else, and you chose to watch this, and I'm honored. Big thanks to Fairmont Firearms for partnering with me on this. This is one of my buddies and my FFL. I love this build, and it's easily one of the coolest projects I've done to date, and probably has the most forgotten weapons energy yet. It's over 9,000. Big thanks to Isaac for his incredible camera work and shot composition. It makes a huge difference, and he is a legit pro. Thanks to my Patreon supporters. Sorry I haven't been updating as much lately, but I started back up. I want to give you guys some good behind the scenes and look forwards, and if you want to support the channel, that's a great way. The link is in the description, but thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. And also big thanks to the sponsors who helped make this possible. We got Shot Concepts as a new one. I love the new gray kit. We got Force Systems making some Shushy boys. We got Global Ordnance making Zoomy boys, and we got X-Star USA making some Polymer boys. Can I get a Crisis Lord, the longest standing sponsor? Love those guys. Thank you so much. I got some more companies reaching out and showing interest in sponsorship, which is extremely exciting, especially on my road to doing this full time. If you think I should partner with a specific company, please let me know in the comments, and also let me know in the comments what are some other kinds of segments that you'd like to see. What's some other content you'd like to see from me, whether that's behind the scenes or I don't know, like editing tips, or more specific breakdowns on different types of guns, or I don't know. Let me know. What do you think would be cool? And in this season, I want to encourage you to be in prayer. Do not stop talking to God. It's free. You can do it in your head or out loud. And if you don't pray, start praying again. And if you don't believe, I encourage you to try anyway. I mean, the worst that could happen is you feel silly. And the best that could happen is you start a relationship with the living God and trust in Jesus. It's worth it. Thank you all for your support and encouragement. Crisis Lord, look forward to putting another one out soon.